I didn't get first place in any of these races here. I think I need to start upgrading, adding some modifications to my car. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back for more Team Sonic Racing. Last time we finished Chapter 3 and now on to Chapter 4. And this time we finishing that up.
I wonder what Froggy would think of all this.
I don't know, Vic. I don't know. And more egg fonts, and it's natural we have to do Omega. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to the layout here and add some upgrades here. Because it paints you. Because, well,
all systems go.
Yeah, that's something that I think it's time for me to start doing now.
I think the Tanuki is nice.
Big, you're driving me crazy with this stuff. The guy is clearly in cahoots with Eggman.
Mr. Paw works with...
We saw that. That's the same cutscene from how we saw last episode, so no need to go over that again.
This next race is mine for sure.
but yeah, that's something I'm thinking of me starting doing now. Is like, if any character is not coming for where you replay as again here, I'm gonna put some upgrades into the cars there, and how you unlock the upgrades is through the credits that you unlocked after each race. Because if you saw at the end of episode 2, you saw me spend some credits on getting some car cosmetics, to which they can alter your stats as well, and there's definitely a lot of customization throughout to play around with, which it's quite fun to do. Seeing how much it changes the look of the car, or how much it can help you in a race, because it can make a difference, and with the right upgrades to it. In other words, it's like a more slightly more complicated version of the car customization than of Mario Kart. Well, in Mario Kart you can change the car, the wheels, and the hang glider, but here you get to change the tires, the front and the rear, and even the color. But I'm not going to be doing that for this. But I'll show it off in a bonus video, because there's a lot of cosmetics to go over there. Alright, starting off strong with a platinum. Good.
Eggman's a pretty crummy race.
Yeah, same cutting as before here.
I love a challenge.
Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there was anything that could like particularly help here. Yeah, so we got the front, the back, and the tires here. Yeah, I think this works here. Of course, and after like each recording session I've been going into spending all the credits to try and unlock more stuff. And then not only you unlocked cosmetics for your car though, you also unlocked little items that you can use that can assist you during a race. But may have to get to that when we try to show one of those off when we get to the Grand Prix. But those ones I don't use as much because I can win just fine without them. But yeah, I'll get to that soon. I think one of the lines that the announcers will say is, "Any closer and you'll be part of the poll." Oh, cause like I don't know if I mentioned this, but there is someone did upload. I missed that one. yeah, that was the line. But yeah, remember there was someone who did like a video of uploading all the voice clips, not just the announcer, but of all the characters as well. And it's about 10 to 15, each video for each character is about 10 to 15 minutes of dialogue, which is kind of crazy of how much lines they've recorded for this game here. You know, and one thing that was kind of weird, it was strange that in the shadow video of that, for some reason the guy who photoshopped like a green face, and what's happening with the camera now? Like this, like a kind of like a Scourge face, he's on shadow, but with red parts on him to make it look like a green shadow. So, yeah, we'll stick Verge again.
Can't wait.
Wait, yeah, I don't know why he did that, but oh well. If I can find the playlist of that, I can link it in the description below. Oh, cause yeah, it's quite interesting hearing all the voice clips, cause some of them you might not even hear, or might have not heard before. I remember the first one I heard when I was looking it up was all the voice clips of Knuckles, so I could hear Davey Mitchell's Knuckles voice more clearly now, and yeah. I definitely didn't watch all of them because I didn't really feel like wanting to hear voice clips from all of them, but yeah, this is kind of cool. Nice that they're there. I wonder if Sonic Racing Crossroads will have that many voice clips as well. Well, but who knows? Well, from the beta, from what I saw in the beta test, doesn't seem to be the case. But to be fair, it is a beta, so it's possible. But from other gameplays I've seen out after the beta, like after some Summer Games Fest, and yeah, it does look like it doesn't really look like there's really any, but it's just mainly grunt noises, like in one-liners here or there, with no like tech subtitles popping up at the screen or anything. There just weren't any. There just weren't any that showed up. Okay, what we got? At least I got silver. Now for the Grand Prix.
When cheating fails, cheat harder.
Good lesson, Eggman. When cheating fails, cheat harder.
No more waiting. Time to race.
Yeah, there we go. Now we got a pretty good car here for Shadow. Here, so let's race this Grand Prix.
Why am I not doing better? Is it me? No, of course not. There must be something wrong with this car I'm driving.
Typical. The creator always blames his creations.
I believe I told you to zip it, Orbot! Fortunately, I know how to create an even better racing car. Behold, the Formula M! With this vehicle, I can't lose! I should probably get around to creating better robot henchmen, too. What do you think, Orbot?
Can't respond. Zipping it.
Attaboy.
I think that I don't think Eggman should replace and get new robot henchmen. Warmon Cube are fine just as they are. Yeah.
Okay, seriously.
And if I recall correctly, and yep, I was right. This is the first race where Eggman brings in Metal Sonic. So that's what he meant by the Formula M for. Would have been more accurate if he said the Formula MS. But yeah, that's cuts things well. Yeah, Eggman brought in Metal Sonic, and yeah, Metal Sonic's the only character that doesn't really have voice clips, which makes sense because he doesn't talk unless he was Neo Metal Sonic. Well, Skill got Eggman that way. I was aiming for Metal Sonic there, but yeah, and one of Eggman's egg pawns, I was about to fire that. Yeah, and one of the egg bombs that Eggman used is now gone, and there's only one left. Yeah. I guess that they didn't include the egg pawns as playable rate characters, that they didn't know what type to make them, really. I mean, really, you could just like alter their colors to signify which ones they could be. And I just realized I forgot to get the other thing up in the before I started the race. Well, the other thing you get from the spending all the credits. Oh well, I'll try to remember it next time. Yeah, no, Metal Sonic is not saying any lines. It doesn't appear in the cutscenes or anything. So he just shows up and you're just like, oh, where did Metal Sonic come from? And just don't even notice. Said right away. Yeah, but yeah, that's something I want to mention. And yeah, there is one more teammate for Team Eggman, but who is it exactly? Don't know. I believe that final teammate of Eggman is revealed in the next chapter. But yeah, I not entirely sure. Can't remember exactly where it is. And what's nice is that there's no Team Rose here, because Team Rose has been dominating the past few races here, and yeah, but with these upgrades here now, it should stand a better chance. But yeah, we'll see. And well, we got first and Rouge got second. So that's a good start. Could be better, but that's fine. Already have a good lead. Yeah, and one other thing that as well I should probably mentions that even though you put upgrades on your other teammates, even though I put upgrades on my other teammates' cars, they don't show up for them. The upgrades only show for what team, for the player you're playing as. But if you're playing multiplayer, yeah, they will show up. So that is one way you can get them to get all of your upgrades to show. But yeah, for me, that's easier said than done. But if you're playing online and you can see, and you get like a full lobby in there, which yeah, it's easier said than done, because it's pretty cool seeing what other players' car customizations are. as it's pretty cool. You're like, oh wow, that's nice, pretty impressive. So, so yeah, and I haven't mentioned like the online multiplayer yet because, well, it's almost non-existent. I mean, it does exist. The problem is that the online doesn't really work that well. Oh, so that's the main reason why I won't be doing any online races here, unfortunately. But that's not really my fault per se. It's more so the fault of the people now being able to get the online going here. And it sucks that they were able to, that this is the same team who did Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, and that online still works pretty well. Man, maybe not as well as it used to. Well, that's mainly due to the amount of people that are playing it. But I did play it, I think, a little bit earlier this year, and the online still works. Oh no, Vu's just stuck. Okay, good. She's out. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'll say this right now. My only major gripe with this game is that the online multiplayer doesn't really work too well. But you can still kind of get a game going, I mean, at least. But yeah, it's just yeah, you're pretty bound to likely to get a race against 1 or 2 other people, or 3, if you're just trying to find complete strangers. Unless you get like a huge community together. Yeah, unless you somehow get a huge community together in order to get a whole bunch of huge competition going. 246, nice. Still doing pretty well in the lead here, so I'm not worried about failing this at all. But yeah, I really hope that the online in Sonic Racing Crossroads is better than this. I'm sure it will be, and especially since it's gonna have cross-platforming, meaning to where like I can play. Since I'm playing this on Xbox Series X, and since it's gonna have cross-platforming matchmaking, hey, I could play against people that are either playing on the Nintendo Switch, or the Switch 2, or the PS4 or PS5, or even on PC. So, yeah, that would be really fun to do. Because, yeah, that's something that become more of a thing in recent years of games is that cross-platforming to where doesn't matter what console you're playing on. You don't need to play on the same console in order to play, but yeah. And wow, Silver was going flying there. But yeah, still unsure at this point in time that Sonic Racing Crossroads will have a story mode. But if it does have a story mode, then I'll definitely do a let's play on it. If not, then oh well, I'm not doing let's playing that game. But I'll definitely do some live streams of me playing that game against we're doing the matchmaking. And so I can guarantee that. Which I think I said that before in a previous video, but yeah, I'm saying it here. And yeah, of course, yeah, I do own the other Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing games, like the first one from 2010 and Transform. But the reason I haven't been let's played any of those because there weren't really any story modes to those games. who's there. So, I mean, Transform does have some missions you could do that, but yeah, and I mean, as well as also always racing, but yeah, there isn't really much there except just doing all those races, which yeah, but I don't see myself really doing any of that. But yeah. And that one's kind of out of stuff to talk about here. And I did also look into it, and I think I've talked about pretty much all the items as well. Cause yeah, since I own this game physically, really, and not digitally, inside the box art is a list of all the items you can get in the game, which is pretty nice. And oh yeah, another thing that I forget about this game is that it does have an IDW1 comic here. I'm not sure if it's a prequel comic or not. I don't think it is. It's like a one-shot of all the characters racing. I think that was released around the time the game was coming out, but I don't remember too much from it. Good. I remember one day I just looked up and saw a comic dub of it, and I was like, okay, I'll check this out. And yeah, don't remember too much from it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, read that again to see. Here, wait. But yeah, I honestly forget about that. I know Forces had like a couple prequel comics, and I believe Lost World did as well, but it just never just clicked into my brain thinking, yeah, these have prequel comics, when like the animated shorts stick out more to me, especially for the case of like Sonic Frontiers prologue animation and Sonic X Shadow Generation Story Beginnings, because those ones are little prequels that, wow, look how even that is there. Well, those ones stand out because, one, those are like actual prequel animations that lead into the game. Well, like other ones, well, I mean, yeah, the other ones don't stand out nearly as much, but they do stand out. They just, not all of them are like prequels to the game, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, you know what's kind of crazy is that about this track is that we're at the road here. This is the third time this track has been remade here, been used in any of these racing these racing games here. It was first created in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and it was brought back in Transformed, and brought back for the third time yet again here for Team Sonic Racing. And I wouldn't be shocked if this returns in Crossworld, which I think it will, because I know Casino Park is a themed location that is returning. And I also know that in the Wii version of All Stars Racing is that one of the cards in like that big like split in the road with the red and blue path. One of the cards they'll show Sonia's face from Sonic Underground, which I think that was patched out in the other versions of the game. But since the Wii version isn't really a game that could be patched, Sonia's head's just left in there, which is a kind of an interesting Easter egg there. But I own the Wii version. I own the Xbox 360 version, which I mainly got the Xbox 360 version so I could play it for Banjo-Kazooie since that he's not in the Wii version or PS3 version. I mean, like, I could have gotten the Wii version, and then I probably would have played that version more if I got that version. Because, well, to be honest, I haven't really played All Stars Racing that much. And I think part of that's because it's not really backwards compatible with Xbox One, which kind of sucks. But that doesn't stop me from playing it. But even still, I don't know. It just kind of never really stuck out to me too much. Real compared to about the other ones. I don't know why. I guess it just because it felt like a generic kart race, so with nothing really just unique about it standing out. Because Transformed had the transforming from boat to plane and car thing. Well, this game has the team mechanic, and Crossroads is gonna have Crossroads mechanic where you just do a lap, complete that lap, and your track changes to something else. So like, it doesn't really have like a. The point is that it doesn't. All Stars Racing doesn't have like a huge its own identity that lets it stand out from the rest. Well, like, take something like Mario Kart for example, or like Double Dash. It has the two players on a card mechanic. Which that stands out. And hey, we won. And
With Metal Sonic in the mix, this race could get even more dangerous.
I don't like that mean robot.
He's just a fancy tin can. Nothing to worry about, Big.
Actually, he's slightly more dangerous than a tin can.
Well, he races like a tin can. Let's get back on the track.
And yeah, that's their first mention of Metal Sonic here. And now for Survival Race.
Something is not right.
And, finish it off with Shadow healing.
Go. I'm eager to win this.
If I press Y, we can select bonus boxes. These allow us to, the number of them shows how many you have at the moment, and yeah, some of them give you like special abilities, like get increased chances of getting triple items here. Or that ones that increase your ultimate meter. Like giving an automatic start of the line with faster drifting and boost. Or start a race with an item. Yeah,